Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I want to talk a little bit about the true crime genre on YouTube and kind of what it seems to be evolving into. I will say this, I do believe there are a lot of creators on here that genuinely care, that have the best interest of victims and their families. But there is a segment of the true crime community who is all about making a profit, exploiting victims, and inflating their own egos. And that's all it's about. You know, some could say, I think Armchair Detective falls in this category. Bullhorn Betty, Molly Golightly, etc., etc. And if you're not aware, Bullhorn Betty is now in Idaho. That was the Moscow, right, where those 4 college students were murdered, 3 weeks ago now? Inserting herself into this case without any credentials, without, any background in law enforcement. They just go and make a nuisance of themselves, is what they do. And if you're familiar with her history and Molly Golightly's history, you know what I'm talking about. It's so disgusting and irritating to me. And this is why YouTube needs to be held accountable for the content that their creators are putting out there, because people are really doing damage. And they promote these conspiracy theories. They act like they're Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew. They'll point fingers at innocent people without any consequences. And then they just have their little minions around them who back them up and go, good job being a terrible person. Well done. So, and then of course, if you guys were following the Jarrett Lysick case, he was accused of raping his 9-year-old cousin when he was 17. So he had a hearing this week. And some YouTubers took it upon themselves to live stream that hearing, which in Utah is against the law. And unfortunately, there was a live mic incident, and the judge that was it. All the cases for the rest of the day were canceled. They were rescheduled. Now the victim has to wait 2 more weeks because of YouTubers thinking they're journalists. It's crazy to me. And I will say this, Duty Ron, if you know who he is, he's a retired NYPD Blue police officer. And, I don't know Ron that well, but what I know of him, I genuinely think that he was a good cop and that he cares about people and victims and their families, and he's done a lot of good with his channel. Unfortunately, he was watching the live stream. He wasn't showing it to his audience. There was no audio, right? He was just watching it. He was going to kind of do running commentary as it was going on. He had an issue with his Bluetooth. He took it out, and unfortunately, when he went to put it in the case, that's when the live mic thing happened. And, I give him a pass because I know where his heart is. And he wasn't actually showing everyone what was happening in the courtroom. But unfortunately, because he's a bigger channel, he's been getting a lot of heat for it. I don't know. I get so discouraged with YouTube and the stuff that they allow to continue on this platform. And you see people, if you look at the Delphi case, with Libby and Abby, the 2 little girls that were murdered allegedly by Richard Allen, people were pointing fingers at her sister, was it Abby or Libby's sister, Kelsey, and saying she had something to do with it. Or they point fingers at the family, based on nothing, based on absolutely nothing but rumors and speculation. It's so wrong. What is wrong with people? It's just infuriating. And listen, like I said, I have a master's in criminology. I've worked in the nonprofit sector. I don't have any background in law enforcement. I am not going to get on my platform and start speculating and investigating because I don't have the credentials to do that. Now, there are true crime channels that do just simply stick to the facts. Gray Hughes is one of them. His demeanor is off-putting, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes he comes across as a curmudgeon and he can be very, very rude. But he does stick to the facts, and he gives half of the money that he earns on his channel to charities to help true crime victims. So I respect him for that. Do I think he's Mr. Personality? Oh my God, no. He's so grumpy. But, it doesn't take away from the good work that he does. John Lorden is another one. He gives a lot to charity. And he sticks to the facts. He doesn't speculate. He doesn't put rumors out there. So these are the people that I respect. And like I said, Duty Ron, I think, and Ed Wallace, I think, are good. So that's just my opinion. But people like Molly Golightly, Betty Bullhorn, Ryan Upchurch, these people are dangerous. They are. So anyway, I'm sorry I got heated, but it really upsets me because they shouldn't be. They need to just stick to the facts and stop inserting themselves in places they don't belong. That's it. Anyway, just my opinion. I love you all, and I hope you have a really wonderful weekend. Bye.